Welcome back. This is my favorite segment of the show, even though I'm the butt of all the jokes. It's closing time, or as we call it, WTF, what's the facts, where Frankie corrects any inaccuracies or exaggerations or anything that may have happened.
That's right. And we have quite a few
breaking news, too.
Quite a few errors to correct. But first, a little bit of breaking news courtesy of our friends over at the New York Post. Let me read you a story that has just broken within the last few minutes. A Washington, D.C. mom says her political consultant husband left her for Representative Ilhan Omar, according to a bombshell divorce filing. Dr. Beth Jordan Minette says her cheating spouse, Tim Minette, told her in April that he was having an affair with the Somali-born U.S. representative and that he even made a, quote, shocking declaration of love for the Minnesota congresswoman before he ditched his wife. The physician, who's 55 years old, and her 38-year-old husband, who has worked for left-wing Democrats such as Omar and her predecessor, Keith Ellison, have a 13-year-old son together. The parties physically separated on or about April 7th, 2019, when defendant told plaintiff that he was romantically involved with and in love with another woman, Ilhan Omar. Beth Minette told her husband that she still loved him and was, quote, willing to fight for the marriage even after his admission, according to court papers. The pair had been living together for 6 years before marrying in 2012. But Tim Minette told her he was through. Now, Ilhan Omar, who has been getting a lot of attention because she's a member of the Squad, recently separated from her husband. So one has to wonder if this...
Weren't people saying that her husband is her brother?
I heard that rumor.
Yeah, wasn't there some rumor? That,
I heard that rumor that it was some sort of an immigration fraud situation.
That was the story, inside the story. Well, look, I can tell you this to this poor woman. Deirdre Scaramucci was here before, and she'll tell you firsthand that there's hope because Anthony came back.
Yeah,
right?
That's true. That's true. All right, John, let me give you to your errors for today. There were quite a few. And we begin with...
Quite a few, he says. They were like none.
What
like none.
What pub did you say that we were drinking at yesterday?
The Park Avenue Saloon.
When in actuality, it's the Park Avenue Tavern.
Tavern. Okay,
That's right.
Tavern
Number one.
Saloon.
Okay. You indicated that Deirdre was going to be sitting next to Frank and I, when in actuality, you should have said that she was sitting next to Frank and me.
Frank and me.
Frank and me.
You get trained over the years to not say that, and then there's these little carve-outs when you're supposed to say me.
Right. Well, sometimes
you get used to saying I.
Sometimes you say I. Sometimes you say me. You wouldn't say Deirdre is sitting next to I. You know, you'd say Deirdre is sitting next to me. Right?
That's where I wanted to be sitting.
And it is. And who could blame you? All right, you alluded...
I didn't want it to be Frank and me. I just wanted it to be me.
You wanted it to be Frank and I. All right. You alluded to the sad situation in terms of Mayor Bill de Blasio's abandonment of Blue Lives Matter for this mental health initiative. Unfortunately, you indicated that the founder of Blue Lives Matter NYC was Anthony Imperatrice,
Joe.
when in actuality his name is, of course, Joe Imperatrice.
I know. I knew it when I said
So apologies to Joe Imperatrice and the whole Imperatrice family. You also...
You know how many guests? Every day I got guests. I got names coming out of my head. I'm trying to make television great again.
Well, that's the problem.
And if I drop a first name here and there, but that's what Frankie's here for.
That's the problem. These names are coming out of your head. We want these names staying in your head.
Well, maybe somebody should put them in the teleprompter for
wouldn't
me,
that be something?
And then I could look a lot smarter. I don't have to wear these fake glasses anymore.
See all this...
Make me wear the glasses so that it kind of offsets my accent and my mistakes and everything, so I look smart, but I can't even see out of these things.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I'll make this my last one.
Then I have one of these or two of these, and you got fake goggles on and a tequila. None of it's conducive to remembering people's names over a 2-hour span.
I'll make this my last one. You indicated that Tom Basile was a Newsmax contributor. He has not yet been given that distinction nor title. He is, in fact, a Newsmax columnist.
The old columnist versus contributor. My bad. But now that he's been on our show and we intend to have him back, we can call him a contributor because he made some excellent contributions.
So what do you have to be? Am I a Newsmax contributor?
No.
What am I?
You're a patron. You're the patron saint of Newsmax.
Right.
You're the lead volunteer, and you at home for putting up with us. We try to make it entertaining. We try to make television great, but you're our biggest asset, and you stay right there tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel.